Jeez, I'm trying to remember exactly what intro should I do.
I mean,
Either way, we're live.
yeah. Oh, I guess I'll start it. Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is the Leading Brand. Outtakes, maybe? Is this outtakes or is actual Leading Brand? We got the fake champion known as Tony Lopez with that nice belt that's supposed to be mine. Then we have the jobber. Wait, yeah. Correction,
No.
Tony, you are the jobber, and
He's
the #1 contender is Mr. Woken James Belknap. Yeah. He's already losing his mind.
at least you can say I now lose my marbles, just my coins.
You know what I thought about? You know what I thought? Hardy and Bray Wyatt on Monday Night Raw this week.
Isn't that James's job first? He's the Raw guy.
I had to bring this up. They both looked like they were on down from some stuff, man. It's like they were on drugs.
Dude, when you make up a Woken angle, you are on drugs.
That's true.
So, Mr. Belknap, the #1 contender Belknap, recap what's happening on Monday Night Raw.
Well, let's do this since we're doing a topics kind of show right now. Let's start with the first topic, or as I call the gorilla position. First, Balor Club. Will you think that they'll be creatively distasteful?
Oh, how so?
Well, here's the thing. Balor Club, initially being, the idea of Bullet Club back in the day, was heel.
Uh-huh.
Now, the question is, will they write themselves into a face corner? Will they actually let them flourish? Because you have a team that has one face and two heelish, face-ish, depending upon... Well, I don't know. Maybe all this talk makes me think that you're a nerd. Which is obviously face at this point. So they're walking that line, unlike walking with Elias. But the thing is, I feel like that with this battle between Balor Club and Shield 2.0, I feel like they're going to write themselves into a corner, and eventually they'll have to go from angle to angle saying, hey, we're going to do this, and then we're going to have the disbandments, and I don't think they're going to really stay true to having stables. They really need to stick with the idea of having multiple stables.
You mean like New Japan?
Yeah.
If you make stables, it works. Look at the New Day.
No, look at New Japan Pro Wrestling. Seriously.
Just give the Balor Club time, and they will flourish.
Oh. So the question is, if they give them the ability to actually go for title contentions and actually win instead of just being, it feels like what they're doing to Rusev Day. It's like, yeah, you're over right now, but are we really going to put you over? No, we're just going to, have you just get merchandise from the crowd.
I personally don't think this is going to work. I think they still want Balor to be that babyface good guy. Gallows and Anderson, they play way too well at heels, and I don't think WWE creatively and it comes to the lower card stories as of late. And Jeffrey, all I see is your forehead right now.
How about now?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Finn can work heel. We've seen it before.
You mean Prince Devitt?
He can win. He can be a darn good heel. But
again, that was in New Japan.
Well, this is WWE, and I know they like him as a face, but here's the thing. Balor Club keeps the no need for him to bring out the demon persona out. Okay? And you just let him talk.
Thank you. I actually forgot all about that. Because since he's not so over right now.
You know, I don't see it working though. I see Balor going up and doing his own thing, and the other two going up and doing their own things.
No, stick them together. Don't treat this like AJ Styles and Gallows and Anderson. That was working. Separate them.
But my whole thing, I don't think Balor talks that well on the mic. Big dude on the mic, and he works perfectly with the other two. Balor, for some reason, has not been able to live up to WWE standards on the microphone, and it hasn't worked. When he's playing a different role, the other persona per se, he's a lot better because he's not talking.
Balor, if you his promos aren't terrible. They're not Roman Reigns bad.
Roman's gotten better. We can't say they're terrible.
I mean, I'm about to say you can't really hold Roman on that suffering succotash level anymore, man. I mean, he's gone beyond.
Okay. There's Lars Sullivan and there's Roman Reigns.
Jason Jordan.
Oh no, there you go. That's the guy you need to talk about. Crap promos compared to everybody else.
Who?
Don't compare them to anybody right now. He's gotten a lot better.
Who he said is having bad promos right now?
Jason Jordan.
Of course. I don't even think they even know what role they want him in. To be honest, he's doing better in his position as being a heel, and I think that they're writing. I think he's starting to understand their writing a lot more and be able to promote that writing. But to say, does he play his persona well? I don't think so. But what he does do is actually tell the WWE script well nowadays. That's something that he's definitely improved on.
I feel like Balor Club can succeed. I've always wanted Gallows and Anderson to pair up with Finn because those three, we've seen it. It can work. The question is, will WWE give them the time? Stables work. Shield. It took them months to be in the dominant faction. Wyatt family at its peak was so strong, it was ridiculous.
At its peak, which involved Randy Orton.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about peak before that. Shield, Wyatt. I think that was their peak.
Honest opinion about this, I don't see Gallows or Anderson surviving the year in WWE.
There were talks about them maybe leaving.
Going back to New Japan where they thrived.
I wonder if they ever leave, would they join Bullet Club again, or would they create their own faction against Bullet Club?
Well, my whole thing is Anderson was an OG member of the Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm. If he leaves,
Bullet Club for life.
Yes.
Now there would be I know they can actually build a great angle of this where he comes back to Bullet Club and they can kick him, and then granted, it would obviously hurt the Bullet Club group.
Well,
what you
could do, Bullet Club,
they can't.
One half of the Bullet Club go one way, and like the Elite, and like Cody, Skrull, the Bucks, them go the other way.
Don't separate
all over again.
You're going into
exactly.
You're going to NWO territory when you do that.
Where do you think? Well, here's the thing. Where do you think the NWO idea from?
Wait a minute. That WCW came first.
WCW's idea from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New Japan got it from WCW, yes, but
I'm saying W stole the idea of the New World Order. Japan.
Okay.
Check your history books. Like even to go ask Chris Jericho if you have to.
Okay then.
You
But
mean
moving
Lionheart?
on, what's
Lionheart.
moving on?
Yes.
What is this? Second topic, James?
Okay, sorry. There was so much in and out, and not to mention disconnects between both of y'all that I couldn't hear a single thing.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
But
Testing 1, 2, 3.
but the Matt Hardy angle, is it starting to get stale?
Yes. Here's the thing.
Made them.
I need to see. He needs to move on past Wyatt. I mean, it's getting really, really. I've always wanted Woken Matt Hardy in WWE, or broken Matt Hardy gimmick in WWE. We finally got it, but you got to give him something new. I mean, you keep doing the same thing. Okay, yes, he's finally got his He finally got his first match in, which is a start. But you got to move on past Wyatt.
Be honest, I think he doesn't have the full creative that we think he does, because they very much focusing on his laugh, and they're not letting him I mean, he bit Hawkins' hand. Okay, I can see that as something that Matt Hardy decides that, hey, this is part of my thing. But the way that they do the promos is starting to make me think this is where the writers have control.
I'm not going to lie. With him, he doesn't necessarily need to be in the ring. For him, it's where they shoot. What made the broken Matt Hardy character so good was that weren't in an arena. Everything that happened outside the arena.
It was the theatrics of it all. I mean, geez, he didn't even...
A final deletion, for crying out loud.
None of it has to be in a ring.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're going to have some matches. But when I'm saying when it comes to promos or sneaking up on people, do it somewhere else. We need the cinematic effect on that as well.
It blurs the lines between wrestling and reality if they bring the cinematic. It makes it more believable in a way, like you're living the life of this.
Okay. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
The damn House of Horrors match.
That was their attempt to try to do it, and they failed at it.
But imagine if that was Hardy in that match and not Orton.
Oh.
Ooh. It would have been crazy.
It would have been that would have been very exciting. Because let's face it, Orton is stale. Versus Bray Wyatt, gimmick like match.
Imagine just Matt
I want to see it.
Searching for Bray Wyatt. It would have a different persona and tone of its own.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, imagine when he sees the babies. Yes, come out, Bray. These are now my children. It would bring such a different persona.
Come out, Bray, so you can be.
And then he'll be on a riding lawnmower.
Exactly. Oh God.
See,
also,
geez, everything can be made better if they let him have the freedom.
Exactly.
After Bray Wyatt, the next feud has to be Jeff Hardy.
That doesn't have to be Jeff Hardy.
Who's next after Bray? Who's next?
To me, we don't know. I don't know who would be, but I don't think Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy are going to be anywhere near each other come after WrestleMania.
Heck, I think that would set up good for a SummerSlam match.
Maybe, but I think Matt's going to stay on Raw, and maybe Jeff's going to go vice versa.
Yeah, because Vince McMahon, and he definitely loves Jeff more, just like he loves Edge more.
He loves Jeff. Yep.
He has faith in Jeff. Yes.
Jeff and WWE also feel like more damn good running him.
Oh, I mean, Jeff, he's proven he can get that. You can get the WWE title and do well in singles. Matt, he's always been beneath Jeff in terms of the WWE, the way WWE feels about him.
Say this character that Matt has right now explodes beyond belief, and he's actually able to get a world title somehow, some way, in some magic way, literally magic way.
Delightful.
Will that mean that this character was a success in WWE or not? I don't know.
Leave a question for you. Do you think Woken Matt Hardy gets any sort of gold in his run here?
No.
No. Any form of gold, tag team, United States, Intercontinental, anything.
Tag team could be a given with his brother, but
yeah, he's already technically gotten tag team since he's been back. So
but as a Woken, I mean, until we get Brother Nero, which to be honest, I think is about a year and a half away.
I think it's actually he's supposed to be back like after Mania.
Well, he'll be Jeff Hardy, and I think they may do the split off, or at least I feel like they're going to split them apart, like you mentioned. Two different brands, bring them back so they can do the Brother Nero gimmick.
Jeff back as Willow.
That'll be a good start. Instead of announcing Jeff is back, it's just Willow, and then eventually it shows that they can play the angle of one of two ways. Geez, I really do think like Russo, don't I?
Yeah, and I think you could do the whole Balor thing with the two personality. You got Willow, and then you got Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, I mean, at one point you can all of a sudden everyone assumes it's just Jeff Hardy. Then after like 4 or 5 weeks, you see Jeff Hardy make an actual return, and it turns out Willow wasn't Willow.
Exactly. If somebody else is dressed up as Willow for a backstage segment or something like that, and
turns out it was Ricochet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know who else I could put that's just like a special appearance of first, off the bat. Who else can we put NXT or a new signing that could be in that position?
Oh, we could put oh baby, just to play mind games.
Just to play mind games. Wow.
Just to play mind games.
And of course the other two Willows that came out, like that one angle they did. Yeah, that'll be
O'Reilly and Fish.
Good Lord. Oh God, just stop.
There's ways. Be on SmackDown because they'd be on the same side as Kevin Owens. There's a storyline. Woo!
And then of course we're gonna have all those fun angles. I might as well just make SmackDown the next New Japan.
Or we can make SmackDown the next Ring of Honor.
That too.
That's what it is right now.
It's about to get worse.
Also on Raw, we have to inform of some breaking, unfortunate, tragic news.
Let's see.
Do I need to say it?
No, it's got to be me because I'm the one who have to make this announcement. Unfortunately, when I first came back, that was my WWE woman crush. She unfortunately, and it makes me sicken about Alberto Del Rio. But Paige, unfortunately, suffering another injury, will plan to retire due to injury. Which, gentlemen, she is as young as all of us, and she has to retire from wrestling. But then again, she made her debut when she was 12, 13 years old with her family.
She started wrestling when she was 12.
And what's she now? I think 26, 27?
She's 25.
25.
She's the same age.
That's right. So she's retiring from wrestling at what people consider usually the healthiest part of an adult, at the prime of an adult before the slow deterioration, which usually leads to 30 and such, in an athlete's career. She's at the perfect time to be, an actual women's wrestler, and she's not there to be able to do the revolution anymore.
I think she'll still be there. Me and Tony talked about this. I think she'll still be there, but it has to be like
but I need her as a wrestler.
I think she can transition to management if she. But here's the thing: if she goes into manager role, she can't take any bumps whatsoever.
I need her to. I want, I would really like out of her, dress up in a suit like Vicky.
Ooh.
That would make the manager role look really nice for her. Obviously, not over the top suit like Lana, but just a little more dressed down. Say, a little more blouse open kind of thing. Something that will be more of her style.
Oh, you gave me a wild idea. Wild idea. If Daniel Bryan does leave the WWE before the end of the year.
General manager?
No. Have Paige as the SmackDown GM.
General manager? Ooh.
Yeah. Also, I looked at the little contract details of Daniel Bryan. Only his deal is in May or June.
Right before. If he doesn't wrestle
give him.
They might lose him.
Yeah.
I thought it was July because I remember there was a possibility of a SummerSlam.
Well, from what I understand, I think it's earlier than that, and it's because the only reason I even bring it up is because Cody and the Young Bucks have announced an event September 1st, and they are in the rumor of Daniel Bryan competing at that event. See.
Okay. I thought it was going to be July timeframe, just waiting for SummerSlam. Then August will be the setup to the September event in Chicago.
They haven't announced which city it's in, so
they're looking mostly into Chicago.
From what I saw, either Chicago or LA.
Which, to be honest, LA can really work as long as they get the scheduling correct.
Mm-hmm.
Because to be honest, it's all about timing. LA has a lot of things going. As long as they avoid certain events that's going on there. Heck, we got CES going on right now in Las Vegas. It's not a good time to be in Las Vegas if you want to throw your own event. So take that. As long as they time it well, I think LA can work. I think LA will be prime.
There's too many events that are happening in LA, mate. There might be.
So they really, if they can time it well, it has to be a Saturday.
And the only reason I would think it would be September. What day is September 1st?
September 1st.
Checking. That's a Saturday.
Perfect. It could have. I say if it happens in Chicago, one Phil Brooks in for maybe even a special appearance.
I also say Saturday because it stays away from football time. It stays away from any WWE pay-per-view time. Because if they compete,
it doesn't stay away from football time because college football season.
Well, no, it stays away from the professional football. Because college football folks, you want that crowd. Hey, they're already out and about going to the game. How about you just bring them in for some wrestling too? Yeah, it's harder to convince an NFL crowd after they just went to a game, especially monetary wise.
Yeah.
Versus a college game. College game, they'll hang around and go, "Hey, by the way, come to this stadium. We're having wrestling." Am I not right?
I agree completely.
I agree.
And then what else can you do on a Saturday night?
Totally.
A
lot. There's plenty of stuff to do. It's just the fact that you gotta be willing to do it.
Practically everything's open on Saturday night too.
No, the joke is pretty much you always put the big stuff on the Saturday, not on the Sunday.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I think September 1st would be ideal depending upon what's going on in the two cities.
And also, not on that, on another retirement topic, I heard Mark Henry hung his boots up.
Yeah.
Officially?
Well, it's rumor at the moment. No, I haven't heard it's official though.
It's so sexual,
I've
baby.
heard.
Sorry, that's how I know
Would you
him
say-
as sexual chocolate.
Would you say Mark Henry Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
That's a guarantee, to be honest. As much as
The
it
thing that
wasn't
gave
the
Hall
greatest,
of Fame.
yeah, if it wasn't for Hall of Pain, he would just be a gimmick going to the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. That Hall of Fame.
You got.
Oh my goodness.
Sexual chocolate era. You have actual world's strongest man era.
Then the whole
Hands
thing.
up, hands down era. And
Then the whole
Hall of era.
I've always known him from the sexual chocolate era.
I've known him for World's Strongest Man era, like legit.
Yeah, World's
Strongest
Strongest Man.
I
mean,
he was always in bed. That's all I remember him. He helped gave birth to a hand. He gave
Jesus, it's a penis.
He gave the new meaning of give him a hand. He gave her a hand.
Him a hand.
Jesus.
Mae Young.
I know, I was kidding. I was talking about the China and the transvestite friend.
Yeah, there was a lot of distastefulness with thanks to WWE. And I think you can tell in the Attitude Era, a lot of the distastefulness comes directly from McMahon himself.
Or Russo.
Russo in general, just off topic.
Filter.
Off topic. Do you still blame Russo for Owen's heart step? I don't. So.
No.
But
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear y'all's answers.
I don't blame him.
It was just what it is. It was an accident. I mean, it was an over the top thing to do that for Owen, but let's be honest. Wrestling is all about theatrics, and they wanted to do something different. He wanted to do something different. It wasn't Owen's fault for constantly saying no to other things. Yeah. And because of that, he caused that mentality in his mind to not say no to this one. And it just so happened it was a freak accident, even something that he himself rehearsed. But do I blame Russo? I don't. I never blamed Russo for it. But I remember hearing recently that people still blame Russo.
Stop. Let it go. Just absolutely let it go. What's done is done. You can't change the past. You can only move on and just her heart's death. I mean, it's not his fault. It's all that needs to be said.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, you got anything you want to add to for NXT? Any news there before I go to SmackDown?
Well, I did miss one thing. By the way,
25 maybe.
Well, let me mention
Strowman.
Well, two things then. First, who wants to walk with Elias? Guess The Miz does. The Miz is back.
Yay!
Wrestler of the Year, Rolling Stones Wrestler of the Year, by the way.
For a damn good reason. God. By the way, little things. Everyone chanted "Welcome back." Quote: "Everything I touch turns to gold." And I allowed Roman Reigns to borrow my Intercontinental Championship. Heel heat, love it.
A maestro on the mic.
God, we're gonna look back one day and we're gonna realize even more what he does, because I feel like we don't appreciate that enough.
Do you think he'll get his Intercontinental Championship back? I say absolutely, because Roman Reigns ain't doing jack with it.
You know, eventually, he also has to go to SmackDown and get that WWE title back. I really think it's time for The Miz to go for that WWE title next year.
I'm totally all for it.
Because
I think it's going to happen this year.
You think it's going to happen this year?
Sure.
Money in the Bank.
Nah, he'll just be drafted over there. And he'll earn the shot.
He's damn near earned it already. I mean,
he deserves it at this point because that's just a workhorse at this point.
And also he's elevating Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. They're absolutely nothing without The Miz. And The Miz, just by being with him, those two jokers. Which I'd say he's saving their careers because he's making
to be
them
honest,
relevant.
even though it's more for comic relief sometimes, but do you take them seriously in the ring for mid-carders? Back today, you don't take them seriously as a mid. If they take on against top level, you don't take them seriously because they're mid cards. But if they allow them to face off against mid carders, or it's like, hey, here's a top dog and here's the mid carders with a top dog, I expect Bo to whip some ass. Now, Axel, but that's because the way they book him. It's my impressions of their booking is more than anything about that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But you expect first is, hey, if they, I'm trying to remember the joke I said one day. I think I said, who did I said it to? I think it was you, Jeffrey. If our truth or Bo Dallas comes out, it's usually going to be a loss for them. And one time, our truth faced off against Bo Dallas, and we're like, well, don't know who's going to fucking win here.
Wait a minute. Didn't that match get stopped by Vince McMahon? He's like, stop the match or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
But what's funny is, we used to say that about them. Now, we don't say that about Bo unless he faces off against a top-tier Carter.
That's fine. I expect Bo to lose in that degree, but if you put him in an average mid-Carter,
it's going to be a good match. So he does elevate anybody.
And he's so good being a heel. He's the perfect heel.
And let's admit, he's more of a technician rather than a flurry kind of heel. Because to be honest, that's more of. But his ability to tell. But the ability to tell a story, I think, is his strongest suit. The ability to tell that in-ring story makes his technicality flourish, and to not have any, aesthetically pleasing skills. He doesn't need that aesthetically pleasing, let's see now, the glorious one, Bobby Roode's heel style back in NXT. He doesn't need that kind of style because of his in-ring storytelling.
And the thing is, he's a safe worker. Injured.
Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Seth Rollins. Wait, against Seth Rollins, he got injured?
No, Seth Rollins tends to be, when he's a heel, he tends to injure people. If you don't believe me, ask John Cena's nose.
Jeffrey, I swear, me and you were talking about that earlier.
Ask Sting's back. Ask Sting, who had to retire off that.
Yeah.
Rollins.
Ask the shoulder of Finn Balor.
Oh, Rollins. Hey. You okay, that's it. Ron, I'm blaming you for Finn Balor because if you hadn't injured him, great Universal title run.
They panicked with that Universal title run, and to be honest, I think with Kevin Owens, they did a fantastic job of working with that.
Work.
Mm-hmm.
Work. I mean, that's my. right?
Because they had to change the plans, especially for the, no, for who's going to win the championship. Shoot, it was supposed to be Roman once again, winning Rumble.
Put that off for another year, and we'll get it this year.
Yeah, we're probably going to get it this year.
Hope to God we don't.
I hope something changes.
Tony, the sooner you accept it, the happier you'll be. You know it's coming. You know that F5, unless your name is Roman Reigns. He gets out of the F5, and 1, 2, 3, after a spear, we have a new Universal Champion in the form of Roman Reigns.
A plan has been set on hours before WrestleMania 33.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, the setting of it, it's the place where Brock Lesnar ended the Undertaker streak.
Well, okay.
It's taking place. Tony, the sooner you admit this, the happier you are.
But here's my thing. I've always had one thing about this. WWE change their plans on the fly. They always have, and they always will.
Did they change their plans for Roman Reigns, Triple H?
Maybe not even Roman Reigns, Triple H. They could Triple H and Kurt Angle.
Which, by the way, this is exactly what they said whenever someone, you want to change the plan for Triple H and Roman Reigns? I don't know. Let's copy exactly what Triple H did at the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Told us all to suck it. And then we had the worst main event. Well, one of the worst main events in WrestleMania history.
And we were there.
We were all there. Sorry, Tony. I mean, when it comes to Roman Reigns and booking, it's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
It's all been setting up for Roman and Brock Lesnar. They've been planning this for a whole freaking year. The writing writes itself. Stars to defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and the one that did it, that ended the streak, and one that supposedly retired him, WrestleMania, in the place where the streak died. The writing just writes itself.
Except for one thing. What are they going to do after Roman wins?
Roman holds on to the belt for 3 months, holds it all the way to SummerSlam.
Boo. Boring plans. Change it.
Exactly.
Sorry,
there's nothing really exciting afterwards.
Look, if you want to keep the audience, if you want to keep them watching, you need to keep them on the screen. You can't have him with the belt for 3 months. You just can't.
Okay, how long do you give it to him? Wait, what? I couldn't hear you. Weeks. 2 weeks. Who's taking the belt off him? If you say Samoa Joe, I would be surprised.
Dong.
Taker is not
It could be somebody coming up from NXT. You never know.
Maybe Adam Cole, baby.
Or Aleister Black.
Tony, with Roman Reigns, he's going to be the new guy. He's the new Cena. So I'm sorry, he's going to get a long, long Universal title reign. The sooner you accept it,
is probably going to go to not just past SummerSlam, but probably all the way to Survivor Series.
That's what they've been consistently doing with most of their big title holders. The only reason Seth Rollins dropped the belt early is because of injury. They were planning on all the way.
I'm expecting for the time that Roman Reigns get the belt and he loses the belt, there'll be babies born from being conceived, from conception to born and living in this world before Roman drops that belt.
I mean, sorry, Tony. The sooner you admit it, the happier you'll be. You have a better chance of predicting the WWE title than having Roman Reigns dropping a belt.
Or say if Roman doesn't even win the title.
He's going to win the title.
I said, can't you fantasy book for a minute and stop being so dang realistic?
What do you think we've been doing here the whole time?
And he's been like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
You're telling this to the Vince Russo of the group.
Stern Bruce Pritchard over there and Jeffrey, and we got Vince Russo. And I guess I'm just like, I'm just guy, the mediating
group. Person living in fantasy land in Antonio Lopez.
You're Kevin Dunn.
I'm practically Kevin Dunn. I'm. You want to see it on the screen? You got to go through me.
You went through way too many cuts this week.
Jeffrey storyline cut for time.
Wait, what?
But we all get the prediction of the Royal Rumble wrong. The Royal Rumble match and say,
"Oh no, I got an idea." I got an idea to make it where one of us is going to win. It's going to be called a lottery. We're going to roll a lottery, and each and every one of us is going to have numbers up to number 30, and whoever number wins gets the title.
You don't. So he's hearing dumb luck.
We're about to
love
have
it.
You're about to have.
Are you having dumb luck?
Yep. We're gonna have 10
dumb
numbers.
luck.
Hey,
me lose my title.
Right. Yeah, baby.
No, not dumb luck.
What are you gonna do? Have an advocate make a what are you gonna do? Have an advocate tell us how it's against the odds? Come on.
So you're conspiracy to take the title I've defended since No Mercy and putting it on the line on dumb luck?
Only because someone decided to lose a briefcase.
I'm with James.
Where's your briefcase, Tony? Yeah. Hey, you want me to put my title on the line on dumb luck? Heck no.
Let's see. Then let's do this. We all choose one person, and then we all do the lottery thing. And your person, no matter what number they come in, is your person.
And say what if the lottery thing happens?
I'm gonna be so mad if it comes down to dumb luck.
Oh,
we'll save this up.
You have 10 opportunities. Well, 9 plus 1.
Oh, I have an idea because there's 2 rumbles, correct?
Correct.
He wins one of the rumbles. You get 5, let's say 5 points.
Now just do one. Let's see now. If your pick wins, that's an automatic win.
Okay.
We'll hold this off until the actual card is getting fixed. Like the whole card is all set.
But real quick, your actual pick is an automatic win. If there's a tie, that'll be determined by the score throughout the whole pay-per-view. If one of your lottery picks wins, that's just an extra point.
Okay. Well, let's save this. We're getting off topic, so let's save this for off the air, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, you got anything else you want to add on Raw, or would you give it like a rating, a James rating?
Other than Lesnar getting ambushed by Kane, and man, they're making Braun look strong. It's just so sad how far they brought him down. I'll be really disappointed if they let him lose. They really need Braun to win this one to keep him looking strong. I know. I'm prepared for disappointment.
He's going to take the pin, though.
That's what Kane.
But I really
That's
think
what-
that
I agree with that.
I really think he needs to win this one to continuously look strong. Just because you don't take the pinfall, you have to be pushed, distracted, or put into another, trash compactor. I mean, truck in order to have the other person pin for the loss. So it's going to be either Lesnar or Braun, and it's obviously going to be Lesnar. I just think in order to keep the strength going for Braun, he needs to win.
Okay.
It's going to make him look weak once again if they have him lose.
Prepare for another week. Prepare for another disappointment.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
They did a really good job of trying to ramp up, but the fact is they rebooked it, all because Finn wasn't over.
Oh my God! We'll save that for later.
But other than that, I have
Tony,
nothing
you got
else.
anything? Tony, you got anything to add on NXT?
Shayna Baszler's a bully. And the NXT Tag Team Championships were defended on NXT in at this time. The tapings were in Atlanta at the old WCW filming back in the 80s. It had a lot of historic reference, like just built into the build. But the actual tag team title match was actually supposed to be Undisputed Era rematch. But the Undisputed Era jumped back. So Roderick Strong came out and said, I'll fight him. And then Aleister Black said he'll come out and fight him too. So Aleister and Roderick fought him, but because of Adam Cole.
You were high on him when he came in.
Oh, yeah, I'm still high on him.
I'm still high on him.
Like, he has looked very, very good in the role he's been playing.
Hopefully they don't mess it up when he goes to the main roster.
I don't think they will. He's one of the best talkers you have. You have an Owens level talker.
I mean, track record
Who do you think he was in a group with? Eugene of Honor, Kevin.
We'll see. We'll see.
And he was a member of the Bullet Club.
I know. I want him to succeed, but WWE's track record of bringing main rosters, especially stables, not so good.
Yeah, I realize that. But who says this can't work? There's a lot of stuff that hasn't worked that came up from NXT. There's a lot of stuff that has. We fail to see that.
Okay, look at who made the main roster debut and has a flourishing career. Take Kevin Owens. I was gonna say Kevin Owens. Who else?
I'm thinking. I'm trying to go through NXT. Oh, that's right. Big E, Xavier Woods.
Had to form New Day, but okay.
The Shield.
Had to form a stable.
They've all flourished as individuals.
They have, but keep going.
After they form a stable.
I'll make this easy. After Kevin Owens, who has come out of the main roster and had a flourishing career?
So far, Shinsuke. So far.
PCB.
Oh, taking pinfalls at Jinder Mahal, please.
Charlotte.
I see. Charlotte
has the Flair name.
I said Charlotte Bailey Sasha.
I can't say Bailey. I can't.
Okay, and I didn't even do as good on NXT that they're doing better than Becky Lynch.
Hot potato with the title, huh?
I
Okay.
couldn't. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I couldn't hear anything. What was that?
Not win the NXT title.
Uh-huh.
And she's doing better now that she's on the main roster than she did when
I'll
she
get
was in NXT.
KO and Becky. I'll give you those two.
I think Sammy's done pretty good since he's been up too.
Nah.
By the way, I'm going to say, Jeffrey, you have something to say about that in your segment in SmackDown.
Oh, okay. So
that was a good segue. I led you in there.
So my question, looks like Daniel Bryan is going a little crazy with the match bookings for the Royal Rumble. He's just now he's now putting matches in the heel's favor because how you had American Beta get bit whining and complaining about Shelton Benjamins complaining about, oh, we beat the Usos 1, 2, 3, but the ref didn't call it. So you know what? You got a great idea. You're gonna get a tag team title match.
Holla.
At the Royal Rumble, but it's 2 out of 3 falls.
Match. I like it. I like that.
Great match format. I really like that.
I love it. You take the Royal Rumble matches, that could be out of the equation. That could be pre-Royal Rumble match of the night. I expect Lesnar to win. It would be a nice curve if KO and Sammy pull it off. They had like a hint. But my question for you in topic format, how do you feel about Daniel Bryan just making all these crazy matches that are going against the faces? Are they going where?
You're talking about like the handicap match?
I'm just wondering, how is that going to work?
They said they're going to be co-tag team. They call WWE champions. That's what they said.
Which I remember how the last time I said this is going to be a problem because they're going to be doing one of two things: either A, share the championship like a Freebird style, or B, not going to win in the first place. And guess what they did? They made it now less predictable by making co-championship idea.
Which is like the only time I've ever seen that style is either
it was a women's championship.
It was women's championship and IC title. I saw it with Jericho in China.
That's right. Jericho in China did do that.
Yep.
Wow. But
look who has historical references in his head.
Woo! I'm trying to remember the women's group that did that.
Well, Michelle McCool and Layla.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I remember that. But my second, there really wasn't much happening on SmackDown. You had a predictable main event between the 3 big faces of SmackDown versus KO and Sammy in a handicap match. Whoop-de-doo. Oh, U.S. title tournament. Mojo Rawley beat Zack Ryder. Predictable.
Expected, but I still move if Mojo moves on to the finals.
He's going to have to go through Bobby Roode to do it. It screams that Bobby Roode should win that, but if you make the heel turn, it's gotta be for something. If Bobby Roode doesn't win this, it would make sense, but you gotta put I think you put Jinder Mahal on the opposite end. So that one I'm not too sure about.
So if you put Jinder Mahal on one side, that means you need the face on the other side, which would leave Bobby Roode.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's gonna be Jinder.
You don't think?
You're saying
X on the other side.
You're trying to hinder the Jinder?
I am because there's something called the New Day.
Oh yes, you do have it, Zate. You could, but U.S. title.
What if Xavier Woods ends up as the U.S. champion?
I'd be nice, but
Bobby
Roode versus Jinder.
it would be a good promo between Ziggler and Xavier, but I think there's really sticking with the Rude. No, the what's it called the his feud with Rude.
As long as Paige and Xavier Woods are not on the same show, I think we're fine.
Stop.
Well, at least
But,
she's not allowed to take any more bumps anymore. So, boom.
You should be ashamed. You should be totally ashamed of
I'm
that.
kind of ashamed. I'm kind of ashamed.
You should totally.
But remember, I have a
Be ashamed of
9-year-old.
that.
I have a 9-year-old. I don't have that much shame.
That's true.
Wow. And then, I mean, that's all I got. That's all that pretty much happened. It's just AJ Styles got a promo about the handicap match, saying he's gonna beat them both up, and the U.S. title. I mean,
Anything happen with the women's division?
really no, honestly.
Huh.
I mean, I don't think I saw anything from the women.
I think the only thing that happened was Becky
Happened with
Lynch
Natty.
versus somebody.
Becky Lynch versus
Becky
Ruby
Lynch
Riott.
versus Ruby Riott.
But
That's
to
all
be
that pretty
honest,
much happened.
yeah, I don't think it progressed to anything really, other than just having a match.
It pretty much just buried Ruby Riott because Becky Lynch just won with a disarmer, straight up submission.
Well, if you think about it, since they're doing the same thing on Raw, they technically buried one of their own wrestlers to retirement. So it only makes sense to bury Ruby here.
I don't like that because these are all three good young stars.
Well, I know. There's some horrible booking. What the heck is going on, Road Dogg?
Yeah, that's true. I think he's too jacked up for the what is it? When he knows he's gonna be in the same ring as Billy Gunn again.
I'm expecting Road Warriors, not Road Warriors. Jeez, I keep on forgetting their name. The name of the group.
New Age Outlaws.
New Age Outlaws. That's right.
Wait.
I was thinking. I was trying to think of a combination of names, and I realized no, not Road Warriors. You idiots.
The New Age Warriors.
New Age Outlaws. I expect them to be in the Royal Rumble.
Predictable, Lenny.
It is predictable.
No, maybe not Rhodey, but maybe Billy.
Yeah. No, Billy is not going to be that much of a surprise. But are you talking about like actual in-ring return? Yeah, I expect Billy to make the return more.
Yeah, because look, he was in New Japan a lot last year.
Well, that and Billy has always had that itch. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. He's always, wanted to get back in the ring.
And
I think he wants to be in good grace with the company so he can maybe get another backstage role.
Yeah. And not to mention...
Or just be able to go train people in the performance center.
I'm trying to think who's doing that right now. There's someone recently that's been doing that.
The performance center?
Yeah. Another wrestler. I'm sorry. It didn't. I couldn't hear you there. I saw your lips move.
Say, what are you talking about?
I don't remember. I'm trying to remember. There's some wrestler recently is also helping out in the performance center.
I know Shawn Michaels is down there.
Oh yeah.
I know Matt Bloom, aka Albert's down there.
Yeah.
I
can't remember anymore.
Oh, God. Steve
Rhino?
Corino. Yeah, Corino.
That's what I was thinking of. Carino's down there.
Yeah, he left Ring of Honor to go to WWE Performance Center.
Mm-hmm.
So gentlemen, I'm gonna add the rumor mill. I'm adding this to end the leading brand. What is one rumor that you really want to get off your chest? That all the rumors that you've been hearing. Tony, you start off first.
What, are you talking about ones that I don't like or ones that I do like?
Both. Just pick one.
Shoot something down. There is no chance in hell, team, that you will see Omega anywhere near a WWE ring.
Who?
Already confirmed on that
Kenny Omega.
Okay, because
No
again, the internet.
chance in hell that he will be in a WWE ring this year. He has just re-signed his contract with New Japan, and say he does find some type of agreement in the ring. I don't think he'll agree to it.
He's too popular in New Japan. Keep him there.
Exactly. The moneymaker. He's not the rainmaker, but he's the moneymaker.
Kenny Omega, the cleaner. Is there any one? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Are you finished? Sorry, I apologize. James, you got any one rumor you want to get off your chest that you want to debunk or actually have a discussion?
I do not want Roman Reigns to be main eventing the WrestleMania. Actually,
yeah, I mean,
let's see now.
I'm with him.
Is there anything really? I want Carmella to cash in at WrestleMania. That's all I want. Because you notice they like to copy the women's very similar to the men's. They like to do that in recent.
For it. Cash in.
Well, it's not long overdue. I mean, think about it. It took a lot of other people. I mean, what's the longest time it took for a cash in?
I want to say Rollins.
Edge.
Edge got it. He waited all the way to December. That's right.
He waited till January.
January. All the way till December.
Yeah, it was just January.
He waited all the way to then.
Yeah. Yeah, I was Edge, definitely.
Trying to see if there's any numbers. Let's see, 160 days, 54, 35,
like
105.
No, he started the whole Money in the Bank. Because Edge, we're like, oh, Money in the Bank, that's a cool thing. That's a cool gimmick, giving someone a title opportunity anytime, any place. Then we're like, we forgot about it, and then we're like, oh, yeah. Really? I was like, really? Anytime, any place? He set the foundation for the Money in the Bank, and it worked. It was perfect.
Well, shoot.
Oh, you know what? It may be actually Dolph Ziggler now that I think about it.
Hold on.
Got it.
Dolph Ziggler, 2012. That was 69 days. Wait, hold on. This made Ziggler become the Money in the Bank winner, who held the contract for the longest period at 267 days.
Who?
Dolph
Ziggler.
He had it for that long? I'm surprised.
267 days.
Huh. He got it twice. Wait, he got it twice?
No, he got it once.
Oh.
That was a long reign. Yeah, like I think the Money in the Bank pay-per-view that is always in the summertime. He got it then. He didn't cash it in until the night after WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Let's see now. To read it, has won a Money in the Bank contract match for the World Heavyweight Championship, feuded with Vicky Guerrero against John Cena and AJ Lee, accumulating in the latter match the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank contract at TLC on December 16th, where Ziggler won after AJ turned on Cena. On April 23rd, Raw after WrestleMania 29, Ziggler cashed the Money in the Bank contract on an injured Alberto Del Rio to win his second World Heavyweight Championship. This made Ziggler become the Money in the Bank winner, who just held the contract for the longest period at 267 days. His reign just lasted for 69 days.
Yeah, that's true. Concussions.
Gotta love them.
Yeah.
So there's one last thing I need to get off my chest. I heard this rumor about a certain legend having one last match at WrestleMania. Might have heard of him. You might have heard of him. He's the Undertaker.
Woo! Oh, sorry.
If the rumor has it that Undertaker might return for one last match, and it might be up against John Cena, James, at WrestleMania.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
If it's Cena versus Roman Reigns, I mean, if it's Cena versus Undertaker, would you be okay with that being his absolute last match?
Yes.
That is the one. If it's not Cena, I don't want to see Taker ever. I don't want to see Taker again.
Yeah, if it's not Cena, it's like, why are you bugging this old man?
I want to get your thoughts on that. Taker, Cena at WrestleMania in New Orleans.
I mean, it would be nice to see him versus AJ, but I think only thing that's worth him coming out and do one more is Cena.
Cena or plus with me.
I feel to induct him into the Hall of Fame this year.
I told you, Tony. If they put Taker in the Hall of Fame, I'm there. I will drive all the way to New Orleans, Louisiana, by myself if I had to.
Maybe that career can finally rest in peace.
He's my favorite wrestler of all time. If he gets in the Hall of Fame, I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how much money I have to take out. I don't care how much loans. I will be there for that Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Too bad I wasn't watching when Stone Cold.
That was the worst Taker opinion.
So, gentlemen, I'm going to concede and say Raw was clearly the better show.
Meh.
I mean, it was close, but there's nothing happening on SmackDown.
I'm going to concede and say WWE was below par this week. That's it.
It was legit boring, honestly. It was like, eh. But
I went back and watched New Japan stuff, if that tells you anything.
That's sad, but gentlemen, around March, WWE Raw and SmackDown are coming right here in the good old Dallas, Texas. James, your mind is made up for SmackDown, right?
Got to take my son plus John Cena. My son's a Cena fan, so
I'm going to Raw because been there, done that on SmackDown.
And Monday's a good day for me, so that's why I want to say Raw.
I mean, I've been there, done that on SmackDown. You can get good tickets for a good, affordable price. Well, that went well. That went like about an hour. Not bad. Trying to shorten the time span a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Calm down, Festus. Calm down, but that's it for today's Leading Brand. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm definitely going to share. I got to share to everybody just to get some people to watch this thing. And that title belongs to me. You should send it in the mail. I'll pay you the shipping.
You'll pay me the 40.
Yeah, 40, huh?
We'll just meet you at work.
Sounds good. So, anything you want to add, gentlemen, before I shut this thing down?
Well, comment down below. Don't be a smart mark like Jeffrey over here and dislike anything.
Me like every what?
You know, don't be a hater. SAWFT. So
He's hurt, and he's a terrible cruiserweight champion.
This wasn't your time to speak, James. You're up.
Hi, didn't see you there for a second. Now, I understand here in the YouTubeverse, you may think we're bigger than life, or you may think we're the most piece of crap ever, especially the three of us sitting around with a WWE championship on one arm. The other one believes to be that he's the champion. And then there's me, the one who's truly woken in this universe.
Are you
Of course.
finished?
But of course, you can always talk to us. I mean, there's that comment section. You can tell us how much we suck, or how much we rock, or how much that is Alexa Bliss's pose, Tony. Do you really want to do that, Alexa? Okay, he wants to do Alexa Bliss pose. But, or you can tell Tony that, that really is Alexa Bliss pose. Do you really want to do that, Tony? But remember, tell all your thoughts to us. And don't forget to hit that like button, just like one other viewer did today. But of course, if you dislike us, then I guess you're truly not woken in this universe. And if that's the case, then all to say is,